Welcome to Miss.sheeena's world. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.
Seems like a nice lady, but I'd be embarrassed to admit that I had a boyfriend of 15 years who I've birthed 3 children for, and he doesn't think enough of me to give me the legal protections of a spouse. I don't even think it's that he doesn't believe in marriage. He likely simply enjoys the benefits of having an in-home woman performing all the duties of a wife without having to sacrifice or legally commit to anything on his end. The way he speaks to her translates like he really doesn't like her at all, but doesn't want to end the relationship because the arrangement still benefits him. He told this woman to her face that if they broke up, he wouldn't spin the block. It would just be her and the kids. He basically just warned her that she'd be a single mother. At this point, I don't think they should get married, because a man who is truly for you would not string you along for 15 years and embarrass you constantly on every podcast you visit. Heather says she's struggling to deal with the feedback about their relationship, and I don't understand why these toxic couples make these podcasts think that no one is going to have anything to say. I think she's struggling because deep down she knows everyone is right. Despite all you've poured into this man, he does not truly care about you at the level you deserve. Heather, you're a beautiful girl with lots to bring to the table. You can do better than this immature young...
Here Heather Sanders go again. She going up the mountain to save her marriage. I mean relationship. Girl, her man is online mad at the iPad girl. The iPad girl name is Tia, right? And that's how I found out about Heather and her man's podcast, was Tia posting the embarrassing clips about them talking about their relationship. So now you mad at the iPad girl and copywriting all her videos, and she literally is just posting the clips of the podcast. She don't even say nothing in the video. She just posting the clips. So you're mad at her, throwing copyright at her, all because the people was in the comments walking y'all like a dog, as they should, because this is embarrassing. Why are we seeing this? So now the people in Heather comments like, why is your man doing this? They were like, you're so mad at her for posting the clips, but you're not mad at what your man is saying and how he is treating you. So now she's trying to act like, oh, I don't know what's going on. But leave it up to him. On his page, he said that they are one. And yes, they are mad because she was getting more views in their podcast. And they're mad about the comments and people calling Heather dumb and calling him sassy and an ain't shit ass man. It sounds like y'all need to sweep in front of your own front door before getting mad at somebody else. How y'all getting mad at people for using the material on y'all when y'all gave us the material? Y'all started showing this embarrassing life of y'all's, but they're mad at the girl because she's posting the clips?
She's trying to like play this off now, as in like she don't really care, and she's like, yeah, we're going viral and my podcast is going viral. Mind you, we didn't know, but you had this podcast for a minute. Nobody knew about it until iPad Girl. And you're always going viral, like I said in my other video, for the wrong things. Like, it's not for anything good, it's for the wrong things, and this is gonna die down and people are still gonna see you as a bird. So I just am like, I get very frustrated with women who, instead of checking that man that they're next to, instead of like, you know, facing their issues head on, which is the man that you're with, you take it out on everybody else. And then when Brittany gave her story time and how she was, you know, abused in the friendship, or how like, you know, Heather treated her poorly, there was other people that knew them and that worked for them and with them in the comments agreeing about this woman's behavior. And then when the whole Black China and Tyga thing happened, she still had nasty behavior. So my thing is she's a nasty person because she's miserable. You know why she's miserable? Because of that man. Because your man is literally on this internet talking about the iPad girl. Her name is actually Tia. But he's dogging her, talking about her hair, talking about she needs to fix that new growth, aka new growth, and this is a black woman. And you're sitting here laughing, kikiing, and you think that's cute. She did nothing to y'all. She literally just played y'all's clips, and it went viral, and people were in the comments that were, you know, talking about y'all. The business y'all put out there. And you're not checking that sassy fucking man coming after a woman's looks over nothing. Which, therefore, what Brittany's saying about, you know, you disliking his daughter, his black daughter, and his mama, I kind of believe her, because it seems like you're nasty spirited over that man. Yeah, okay.
To see why Heather Sanders cannot get that ring at a trail, I'm really starting to see it. Heather Sanders was so mad about the backlash that she was receiving in regards to how Trell was essentially publicly humiliating her on their own podcast that she decided to copyright the videos of the iPad girl. Mind you, the iPad girl gives no commentary. She just lets the podcast play and then closes the iPad. She may give some emotional reaction, but she gives zero commentary on what it is that we're watching, because the shit don't need to be explained. We're watching the video in the same context just as anyone that would be getting on YouTube deciding to watch the video or deciding to watch the podcast. Heather Sanders then thinks it would be a good idea to get on TikTok live and do what she considers a BTS of behind the scenes of the podcast. I don't know how you could have the behind the scene of a behind the scene, but that's neither here nor there. And essentially, she looks like she's going manic, okay? She absolutely looks like she is going manic. And then you just have Trell in the background, and he's just over here sitting, like, looking at his phone. And then near the end, well, not the end, but near the end of, like, the quote-unquote intro before they do the podcast, you could tell he's completely dissociating, right? He's completely dissociating, because at the end of the day, all publicity is good publicity, okay? If iPad Girl wouldn't have sat here and let all of TikTok know how that podcast was looking, nobody would have ever looked on your YouTube to look for the podcast, because I even looked on your YouTube for the podcast. And I think as of like 2 weeks ago, I think she had about maybe 17K subscribers on there. I don't know how many she has on there now, but it isn't like she had like this overwhelming amount of like subscribers on YouTube just from the backing of it getting pushed out on YouTube alone. You can even tell that like Trell is even annoyed with her, because like I feel like Trell's mindset is just like, bro, like let's just get the money, like let's just get the publicity, let's just get the exposure, let's just get the money. Like it's getting people to watch the podcast, it's getting people to look at the podcast. But one thing that I did notice is that 2 weeks ago when I had looked at her podcast and I had looked at the comments, all of the comments are negative. Oh my God, you and Trell are so cute, you know, yada, yada, yada. And of course, it's going to be easier because like they most likely watch a whole podcast or had it playing in the background, as opposed to a clip of what it is that we're seeing here on TikTok, you know, where it's very clear that he's embarrassing her, you know, saying that like, hey, if me and you were to break up, I would not spin the block on you. It would just be you and the kids. You'll be out on your own. I had watched a podcast in regards to the prenup, and he essentially said that like he would want to have a prenup, but he wouldn't want her to have a prenup. And he believes that he should have a prenup, but he also believes that a couple should have a joint bank account. So he believes in having the finances tied together, but when it comes to having access to his finances, it is not allowed. And that was literally me watching like maybe 5 minutes of the podcast. Like at the end of the day, the podcast is getting traction because you're getting publicly humiliated, you're getting publicly embarrassed, and then you want to get mad at the people that are presenting the podcast, that, mind you, the podcast that you're uploading, you're the one uploading this stuff, and then having the nerve to get on TikTok live and just blocking any old body, like, and saying like, oh, I only want to see emojis, and all I want to see is peaches, strawberries, and then birds, and then like calling like people, calling like women or viewers. I don't know if she made it per gender, but I know she said, at least in regards to the viewer, like W and like L, like losers, like loser viewers or whatever. And you could just tell that like she is spiraling over the fact that like in her brain, she really thought that she was having a narrative of like this cute podcast and like them being a cute couple. And it's like, girl, that narrative never existed. Why are you trying to protect a narrative that never existed in the first place? Like, you've been with this man 10 years, no ring. You done popped out what, like 2 babies for this man and no freaking ring. Like, there was never a narrative to protect. Why are you all of a sudden trying to protect this fake narrative that's only in your head when you're the one posting this stuff and you're making it visible, and someone is just highlighting the parts to say, are you in La La Land? He's clearly embarrassing you. He clearly doesn't like you.
Hey, I came across a viral clip rolling around TikTok. I just had to see if this was real or was this rage bait. It was not. I actually had to just sit and watch this myself. Let me go ahead and paint the picture for you. So Heather Sanders and her boyfriend have been together for 15 years. They have children together, businesses together, and Kayla Nicole wants clarity on why they are not married yet. Here is Homeboy's response.
So what's your perspective on marriage? I love being the idea of the ceremony. I love it. I'm not too intrigued about the idea of signing paperwork and being legally bind for some unknown reason. I don't get that part.
Unknown reason. Marriage is a covenant, a blessed union, handpicked, ordained by our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. Let me move on though.
You know what I mean? People are calling it a business transaction. You know, some people
are calling it. What are you calling it though? Are you calling it a transaction, or are you referring to this as a covenant? Okay.
We're calling, they're more traditionally like from the Bible, God, that's what he's telling them to do. But
No. The Bible actually encourages singleness because it keeps your eyes fixated on the Lord and not the ideology behind marriage. But you would have to pick up the book and read it yourself. Moving on.
I don't understand why I got to go sign something. I've been with her for 15 years. We've been great together. Nothing wrong. I mean, we do have our little spats or whatever the case may be, but
as most relationships do. But she she mentioned the legal side of things. So like if something were to happen to you, your children, you don't think that she deserves that protection in that regard?
No, he doesn't.
Like,
yeah. I mean, if you get married, those
No, he
things
doesn't.
are those.
No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't. He just said if you get married. No, he doesn't. If he wanted you to have it, you would have it. He wanted you to have a baby, you got the baby. He wanted you to have a business and success, you have that. You wanted to be engaged, he wanted to be engaged, you got it. Let me be quiet. Let me keep.
Things are a must. I mean, but we can sign a living trust and a will that will protect us from those same things. We don't actually need.
So what is it? What are the negative connotations that you have for marriage? Like, what is it personally that you're afraid of? I'm sorry,
I'm not afraid of anything.
That's not the right word to use.
It is.
Yeah.
Afraid. I'm putting words in your mouth.
We actually just haven't got married. I don't know. We just have
Why?
a busy life.
Yeah. You're not opposed to it.
No, I'm not opposed to it at all. I would say just COVID, a bunch of things that just
COVID.
So we haven't.
COVID. COVID-19? Okay, wait.
We haven't ran kids, COVID.
But she does have a really beautiful ring on her finger. So
I've asked her to marry me twice, by the way. Let's just get that out the way. I've asked her to marry me twice, by the way.
And did you say yes, Heather?
Yeah. I feel like our last proposal was like our wedding.
Yeah.
It was so crazy. I was like, you know what? I don't even need anybody else to do this shit again. This is it. We married. But
yeah.
I don't know. Like, we just haven't been married. We just haven't made it a priority to plan. And right now, I'm putting it all on her back.
As most men do.
Now it's on.
Heather. Heather, don't let your baby daddy / boyfriend stop you from finding your husband. Heather, you are stunning. You are absolutely stunning.
I asked her to marry me.
Yeah.
And then afterwards, women are supposed to plan the wedding, correct?
Agreed.
Okay.
I mean, I don't subscribe to gender norms. I don't subscribe.
Is it your wedding too, or is it hers? I think I'm just confused. I'm so confused. Oh gosh.
But yes.
She's right here. The producer agreeing with me too.
Heather, if you want a wedding, you gotta plan the wedding.
But I'm like, I want a fucking whole wedding, and how much money do I want to spend?
Then elope. Don't have a wedding.
That's what I'm gonna do. I'm definitely gonna elope.
Yeah.
Take my photos, have my kids elope, do that. But I do want to have some type of celebration, so I'll probably just do the reception, like a big reception after. Because he has so many friends, and we just have so many friends together, too, that are like, y'all are the only people that are still together.
Yeah.
Like, you give us hope, whatever. Then I want to, people have to experience the happiness.
The tradition of that. You do need to share that. I think I've been to a wedding this summer. It literally changed my perspective on love and made me feel like, oh, I want to love again. Witnessing things like that. And especially in the Black community in today's day and age, people need to see that
Yes,
shit.
they do.
So help
We
her
need to
plan
go
the
to
wedding.
more weddings and less baby
Help her
showers.
plan the wedding. She got a whole man. You help her plan the wedding. Kayla's not getting married to her. You are. You help her plan the wedding. I'm so confused. I am so confused. Wow. Heather. Continuing on with a clip where they're talking about prenups and how either one of them would sign a prenup. This is what he has to say about that.
He would never sign one. See, I would. I'd cooperate.
I'm so petty. You can have everything. And I'm going to just go build something else with somebody else.
For sure. And we can go.
Case closed. I'm gonna go build something else with somebody else. Heather, ciao.
We're about to give you a little BTS of our behind the scenes, our super viral podcast, Not Married.
girl. You hook up mics.
This is Terrell's idea for us to go live here on TikTok. I said no, make them go watch the YouTube, but we wanted to do a little charity work today for the losers.
What you? Whoa, you are doing it up. What are you doing too much?
I'm just giving the people what they want.
This?
Remember in high school and elementary when you used to be like, loser, double loser. What is this? Double 7, weenie.
Come on, dog.
Losers. I don't think we need mics. I think they can hear us very clear.
That one turned green.
Because it's charging.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't think you need it. I hear it. Jalen has on her head. Birds in the chat, you guys.
It sounds good.
Shout out to Fort Worth in the building. W Heather's in the chat, honey.
Okay.
W Heather in the chat. We don't want any emojis.
She was all the way on the phone, so.
We don't want any emojis in the chat besides oranges, strawberries, and last but not least, birds.
What is shut off just now? It's all good. It's probably, it might be good.
Oh, somebody asked from Mother Como. Let me show y'all this while we're figuring it out.
No, we're just waiting for you now.
Yeah, it's all you now.
Well, let me just prolong this shit.
I'm trying to put it on your phone.
I'm figuring out how to sync it because.
Because it should sync to any adapter, right?
Correct. Yeah, it's the same company.
Okay, so I want to show you guys my lip combo. You guys were asking for it. So this is my lip right here, my liner. So good. From Kylie Cosmetics. It's chill brown. It just glides on so smoothly. And it's the perfect brown. So, chill nude from Kylie Cosmetics. And then we have Prisma Glass 07 from Giorgio Armani. It's the most perfect nude.
Hold the pairing sync button.
And that is my perfect bird lip combo.
Hey, my girl all sick. What is that shit called? She go,
Birds in the chat.
Bro,
over here.
it's the second time it's been mentioned today. That's crazy.
What, the
Devil Wears Prada?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to tell y'all it's going. See, the candles lit up. They went down.
We love the iPad girl, you guys.
Nah. I ain't gonna lie, still.
We love the iPad girl over here. What are you talking about? Tia is our friend.
It was going crazy a second ago with the candles.
Yeah, the devil was for show in here. You see how it stopped?
It's all good energy in here. Hi guys, welcome into our live. Thank you for following me.
You have to film.